Hello, welcome to another episode on my channel. I am Bolanle and this is Diary of a Fairly Used Mom. Today what I'm going to talk about, please, if you are not married, if you are single, go and sit down. Yes, or just share the video with somebody that is married, especially men. Share the video with a man that is married, a woman that is married, and you just leave the video. So, I'm going to talk about something that a lot of us don't talk about, but we think about it. Let me pose this question to the men. Let me pose this question to the men. Men, why do you think that, most times when you tell your wife, oh, let's have sex, let's make love, she says, oh, I'm not interested, or I'm tired. I've also said this many times. I said, well, I'm tired, Jerry. Is that the only thing you think about? Or, oh, I'm not interested, Jerry. I want to rest. I've had a long day, Joe. Sometimes, I've probably had a long day truly and I'm tired, or I'm not interested, but there are also other reasons. I know the women are like, yes. Let me tell you, what most likely runs through the mind of, a woman at that point. I have 2 kids, and so best believe that I know what I'm saying. After I had my first child, I had a cesarean section, and honestly, the procedure terrified me. Healing was quick, but at the same time, I couldn't forget what I went through at that point. And so it was a bit difficult, for me to get into the acts that got me there in the first place. And so after the 6 weeks checkup, after the 2 months, line, and my husband was actually very patient. He waited till I think the 3rd month or so, and he was like, how far? And I was like, well, no, I'm not interested, because in my mind I'm like, no, I don't want to go into the same acts that got me to this point in the first place. And to be honest, I was also a bit scared about my surgery side. I was, too much exertion, because I started having leg pains, but that's a story for another day. And I was like, with too much exertion, not, have issues. So if you have a wife, or if you're a woman out there and you probably had stitches when you gave birth, even though it was not cesarean section, you had stitches because you had a tear, it's understandable that the fear from what you passed through, is also part of what turns you off from having sex. Another thing is number 2. I will honestly say that a lot of our men are not trying. That's just the truth. A lot of our men are not trying. When they say, oh, my wife is always saying she's tired, so you now get home because she's always saying she's tired, and then you now get home just because you want to have sex with her. You've gone out this morning, you woke up in the morning, you did not do anything. Your wife has been doing all the work. You now come back home from work. She makes dinner. She serves dinner. She gets the kids ready for bed. She does everything. And you now say, so that you will not say you are tired, though, I'll do the dishes. And then you expect that because you've done the dishes, your reward should be sex. It honestly doesn't work that way. I will say that what mostly makes women tired, much more than the physical tasks, are the mental tasks. Do you know the amount of things that we have to remember in a day? Like literally, we are like journals, diaries. We have to remember everything, especially with men who don't take initiative. They don't take initiative to do this. You say, if your wife says, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, you tell her, oh yeah, tell me what to do. No, she doesn't want to tell you what to do. She wants you to take initiative and know what should be done. It's afternoon. What should be done? You know that it's 12 o'clock and the kids will still start screaming that they are hungry. You know that, okay, you have to then buy something and make lunch. Don't then tell her, you tell her, okay, I'll help you make lunch, but what should I cook? If you want to take responsibility for things like that, go the whole 9 yards. Don't make her have to think of, some men are even so bad. They get into the kitchen and then, honey, where's the pot? Then they come back and say, honey, should I use palm oil or groundnut oil or soya oil? Then they come back and say, honey, should I fry the fish or not? Imagine if your wife would come every time like that to ask you this and that. You get to, that's why a lot of women just say, well, don't worry, I'll do it by myself. So actually getting your wife in the mood for sex is it's like a day, a week's job. You have to start doing all these things ahead. Let her relax, let her rest, take initiative, do everything from morning till evening. I'm not saying watch this or do this. Also take the mental stress as well. It starts from the morning. It starts from when you get to work, you send her little cute messages all through the day. It starts from when you're coming back from work, you see something she would like and you buy it and you bring it home. It starts from when you get home and you compliment her. It's not those of you that get home and start forming corporal. You get home and the first thing you see is all of the things that are out of order. You don't see the things that are in order. You don't see the effort that your wife has made. I always say this to men who complain that their wife contributes nothing to the house because their wives are stay at home more. I would ask, you went out in the morning, when you came back, have your children been fed?